welcome back to my channel. If you don't know me, my name is Divine Uche, and I do a lot of video essays and social commentary over whatever it is I feel like talking about that week. So if that's something that interests you, make sure you like this video and make sure you subscribe. Hi guys, welcome back. It's been a while. I've been trying to kind of get back into the flow of like school and things like that, so I took a little bit of a break from YouTube, but we're back. Hopefully we'll stay back. Today I'm starting a new series on my channel called Let's Talk, and it's kind of just my version of social commentary and kind of talking about things that I've observed in my everyday life. So recently I just turned 17, and I wanted to talk a bit about a few things that I've noticed from like my teen experience, if that makes sense. So just a few things that I've noticed being a teenager, going to high school, going out, things of that nature. And I hope it interests you guys. So let's begin. So I have like 3 broad topics that I'll be kind of discussing today, and we'll go in detail with each of them. So the first topic is the death of third spaces. The second topic is jealousy and self-identity. And the third topic is fashion and the need to look cool. So a third space, if you don't know, is a public space such as a cafe, park, or library that serves as a central gathering spot for a community outside of home and work, facilitating social interaction, the exchange of ideas, and a sense of well-being and belonging. So as I have kind of noticed since COVID, if you're like watch video essays, you've probably heard it 1,000 times, but people talk a lot about like the death of these spaces where people can kind of go and find their sense of community and where they belong. So since one thing that I've noticed is since COVID-19, these spaces have kind of like transferred online. So instead of people having to go to like a library or going to the mall or something, finding someone who has the same like style as you at the mall, or finding someone who likes the same book that you read when you're at the library, people can go online and kind of find these tailored to you communities, so you don't actually have to leave your house and find that same sense of well-being and community. And while it doesn't necessarily sound like a bad thing, one thing that I've kind of noticed with the death of these third spaces, it is really stunting people's like social growth. So I think like a lot of people that I just run into don't really know how to communicate with people that are not like them, or they don't know how to communicate with people who might have the same interests as them, but they like don't go to school together, or they haven't known these people all their lives. And this could just be like, cause I go to a bit of a smaller school, but so many of the people that I talk to, like if we were to go out together and there's someone who I think is like cool, or, oh, I like their outfit, let's go say that, you know, we like their outfit, ask them where they're from, like all of a sudden it's chills and, oh, I'm so nervous, da 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 da. When it didn't used to be like that before. Like usually if you see someone who's doing something that you like or has the same interests as you in one of these third spaces, like that's the opportunity to make a new friend. And I think a lot of times, because people can like easily find that sense of community online, we've kind of forsaken face-to-face social interaction, which is just horrible. And I find it like really tough whenever I want to like go out, because I'm just someone, I like adventure, I like to go out and meet new people. And I really find it tough because like in a lot of these places that would be third spaces, you don't find a lot of like kids who are my age there. They're usually like indoors or doing something online. And even when you do, like the conversation tends to be a bit awkward, just because that level of like social connection is not there. We're just all like so suspicious of each other and things of that nature. And I just really find it such a shame, because I mean, I wasn't alive during like the early 2000s, but just like watching in movies and things like that, and kind of seeing how people could go out somewhere and meet someone new, and you could have this like whole adventure and hang out with someone and get their number, and you guys can like talk all night. And I think that we've kind of forsaken a lot of that in exchange for quick like online dopamine and parasocial relationships, which is just really unfortunate. So I think that definitely third spaces need to make a comeback. Like I encourage everyone, like go out to your local library and just go like read a book, meet new people. My library has like computers, which I think is so cool, because like go play a video game or something like that, like on the computer, go out to like gyms. Even going out to the gym could be a great way to meet someone who's into fitness like you are. And just don't be afraid to like talk to people, like gather your friends, you all go out and just hang out, and like don't be afraid to meet new people, talk to new people at your school. Maybe you'll find someone with the same interests as you, just to kind of work on your social skills, because there's something that you're really going to need for the future. So I think it's super important to like go out and talk. And even if you're like an older adult or someone who's also forsaken these third spaces, like join a class, like a fitness class or something like that. Just get used to meeting new people and communicating with people that are not in your close circle, because it fosters that sense of community in your community and in places where you wouldn't normally find it. And I think it's super important. Okay, so my next topic that I wanted to kind of do some talking about is jealousy and self-identity. So as a teenager myself, like, of course, everyone's trying to figure out like who they are and things like that. And one thing that I notice a lot is that jealousy is so real, especially in like friendships and things like that. There have been so many friendships where I've had to like kind of back away from someone because like the vibe is off. Like people are just weird sometimes. Like, it's super important, like whenever I meet someone who like I think dresses super cool, or like I meet someone who likes music that I like, or someone who like is aspirational to me, someone who I want to be, who I like want to get to know, kind of see like, oh, like how do you do that, or oh, I think what you do is super cool, like I want to get to know you more. Jealousy can really step in there and make something that could be a long-lasting friendship, something that you can kind of build and learn from someone. Jealousy can make you like hate that person, or like want to talk bad about that person to bring them down from where they are, when really that could have been a friend or someone you could have learned something from. So I think jealousy can ruin relationships. Jealousy can like stop people from being better than they are, because instead of seeing someone who you think is doing better than you, or someone who you want to be like and learning from them, you want to bring them down so that you can feel better about yourself. And as I'm getting older, it just really gets old for me. And whenever I see someone who I think is cool, like I want to be near you because I like having cool people near me to where I can like learn and hang out from. So I really think that like it's a two-way street. It's important like to be confident in yourself. And it's important that if you see someone who you think is cool, who has that confidence, to hang out with them, get to know them, and like learn from them. So that way you can be more confident in yourself too. I'm not encouraging you to go out there and steal people's flow. I think that's also weird. You want to dress just like someone, be just like someone, talk just like someone. That's weird. But I am encouraging you to like learn from them and see the things that they're doing to kind of integrate in your own way. I think it's cool. So our third topic for today that I want to talk about is fashion and the need to look cool. So this one is a bit recent for me, because I think I see a lot on my TikTok, like people getting into like early 2000s fashion and stuff like that. And when I consider my fashion taste, I definitely see myself more like bohemian. I like long skirts and earthy color palettes and stuff like that. And I think fashion is, for me, it was such a way to like express myself, because I used to struggle a lot with like being myself around other people, and fashion was just like such an amazing way for me to get to know other people and like find people who dress like me and talk to them about it. And like your clothes just being a conversation starter. Like people can look at me and the way I dress and make assumptions about who I am. And it was so helpful for me when I didn't know how to kind of convey that through words. So I think fashion is something that should be so like personal. And I think a lot of times like where a lot of teenagers fall when it comes to fashion is you dress for other people. And that's something that I can definitely like relate to. I've gotten a lot of comments about the way I dress, and some are really good, some are kind of on the negative side, and it made me want to change the way I dress so that like other people would think that I dress cool, or so I can be like, oh, you know, like fashion this, fashion that. And one thing that I've just kind of been learning is to just wear what I want, and people who like it will like it, and the people who don't like it will not like it. And that's just a rule for life, honestly. Like one thing that I've been learning as I grow up is that you'll always have someone who doesn't like you, or someone who doesn't like something that you do. And if you pay attention to everyone who has a critique with you, like you will never love yourself and truly know yourself. So when it comes to me and my fashion taste, I've just kind of been learning how to dress the way I want and not worry about what other people think about it, which has been so freeing for me. And I've been loving like the outfits I've been wearing so much. And just for anyone who like wants to kind of learn more about like themselves, I would say fashion is such a great way to do that. Cause like I put on outfits sometimes where I'm just like, this is like me, this is who I am in an outfit. And I love it so much. Personal style is such an amazing way for me to like express my individuality. And I think like for a lot of teenagers, like that's just what they want to do. That's what we want to do. Like be individuals and like dress cool and show who we are. And I think dressing cool to me is dressing in a way that's unique to you, because you can always tell when someone's putting on an outfit that's completely them and when someone's putting on an outfit just so they could be trendy and be cool. And I don't think that's the coolest thing. Yeah. Thanks for watching my Let's Talk. This was a short one. I didn't really have like too much, but you know, turning 17, I've been really like introspective. I really hope that's the word. I've been really introspective, just kind of thinking about like, you know, reflecting on my life so far, because your girl's almost an adult and I'm so excited. Like, what? Like 17 is so serious. I woke up like after I turned 17 and I actually felt different. Like I felt a little older, like, cause 16 is like, okay, like peak teenage years, like 16, you know. Oh, I used to love that show. Does anyone watch the show 16? But 16 is like that, like I'm going to the mall, hang out with my friends. But 17 is like college applications, where are you doing with your life, where are you going to school, living your last few moments. Like, girl, things are getting serious. So I've been doing a lot of thinking, and making videos like this where I can just talk is a great way not only for you guys to get to know me, but for me to just talk about some things that I've observed and hopefully help someone. If you guys liked this video, make sure you like and subscribe. If you've been missing me on YouTube, go follow me on my TikTok or on my Instagram one. I plan to post a lot more about just kind of things I do in my everyday life. So if you kind of want to see more of just me, I would suggest you go follow my TikTok,